everyone. I hope you're doing well today. I'm Taffany and I want to welcome you to Tika's Gardens. Today I'm going to try to finish up some work that I wanted to get done yesterday but had to stop because Tika made me work yesterday. As you know, Tika is my cat. And Miss Tika decided to go visit the neighbor's backyard through a hole in our fence. And nothing I did would lure her back into our yard. So I literally had to go over to the neighbor's driveway side. And well, I rang their doorbell. No one was home. I kept trying to get Tika to come to me. She came, but I couldn't get a hold of her. So she had me climbing fences like I'm Spider-Man or something to get her out of the neighbor's yard. So I am sore today. I had to climb over the fence and then jump back out after I got her. I put her over that back fence there because I knew I couldn't climb the fence and have her in my arms. So she's in the house on punishment today. And I am sore. So it's just me in the garden today, and I'm going to show you, well, you saw at the beginning of the video there, well, you will see. It's not at the beginning. You will see after I'm done talking what I did yesterday and where I stopped, and then I'll show you where I'm going to pick up today. So let me give you a peek at what I did yesterday. So let's turn this around. Okay, so what I did was used up as you saw in a previous video, the last of the wood chip mulch that was over in that back bed, and I started filling this, and then I got some more wood chips that I had piled up on the side of the garage and finished, and then I had 4 bags that I had sitting to the side of compost waiting. So this has been filled with 4 bags. I need about 4 more, maybe 5, and that side will be finished. This side is what I did, the wood chips that were stored on the side of the garage. I filled this up to a point, and of my broken bags, I had a broken bag of wood mulch, so that is what's on top. And so I just have to get some compost for this side. And so that ended all of the wood chips that I had. So I got leaves from the back courtyard, and I filled both sides of these, you know, halfway, just like I did the other beds with the wood chips that I had left over. And so now I just have to top these with compost. So these beds are almost ready, and so the last 2 beds to get ready, to fill this one back here with compost so I can get the okra out and some veggies, and this section here with compost so I can get planting in there as well. But that is the essence of what I did yesterday. Today I am going to finish up this little annual section right outside of the vegetable bed. As you can see, I took a daylily that had been planted over in the vegetable garden. They were actually right along this fence area, and I took one and divided it, and I put one here, and I put one, if we come over here, I put one here. And so what my plan is the section from the entrance of the vegetable garden to that daylily is going to be my little annuals section every year. So I started with Vinca and Cosmos in pink on both sides, where they're supposed to be pink. One of the Vincas has turned out to be red, but the rest are pink. And then behind them are going to be Angelonia. These are called dark rose. So they will be the backdrop for the Vinca and Cosmos. And so every year this will be my little annual section in front of the vegetable garden. and I took the Vinca and Cosmos to this section around here. And if you're wondering what those bricks are for, it's because I'm going to lay them in the walkway. We're going to be adding gravel to the walkway, but we're going to leave the vegetable garden with mulch. So that's coming up. But anyway, I laid the Vinca and Cosmos along this outer edge. That is a plumbago, and it will pretty much fill up this section. So there's nothing else that I need to plant. It looks empty with space now, but once that comes out for the season, it will bloom profusely, and there won't be any room for anything else to be planted there. And then I had a few little Vinca and a Cosmo left, so I stuck that here. And what I think I'm going to put on the side is in this empty space here, and this empty space is sedum Angelina. It looks just like lemon coral sedum, except they sell it quite a bit here, so it's just easy for me to get, and I've grown it before, and it does great in this yard. As a matter of fact, as we walk over here, you will see two plugs that I pulled up from another section and put here. That's coming up pretty good. So that's what I'm going to put on the side there. Now, let's come over here to this hole. This spot stays wet, as you can see. I dug the hole yesterday. I wanted to leave it open to see if it dried out, and it does not. And the reason it does not is because right there is a sprinkler head, and right there is a sprinkler head. Let's see. It is right here. So I think it's getting water from the pipes from the sprinkler. So I need to put something that can take water, like iris or hibiscus or something like that. So we'll see. But that spot, I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. But to kind of finish up what my plan was for yesterday before Tika had me climbing like Spider-Man, I'm going to get these Angelonias in the ground. And yeah, that's going to be the plan for this morning, and I will see if I have time for anything else. So let's get started planting these in the ground. But before we get planting, let's go back to yesterday. This is the back courtyard garden. This is a brand new space. You can see there's not a lot of planting back here. There is gravel underneath all of those leaves. So these are the leaves that I am going to be using to fill the last raised bed. Since I am out of wood chips, I'm going to use leaves. I tried to do what I can with what I have so I can cut costs and not have to spend money unnecessarily. And there are an abundance of leaves back here, as you can see. And I had actually started raking and thought, wait a minute, let me go get my camera so I can show everyone. So for those of you trying to fill a raised bed, if you've got a ton of leaves in your yard, before spending any money, go use your leaves. All you need to do is at least fill your beds halfway, and then you're good to go with topping it off with compost. Leaves will break down faster than the wood chips that I have, but that's okay. You can just top your beds off as you need as you go in the future. But I'm using my leaves for my filler for the last beds. So here we go. And in case you're wondering, I do have a blower that I could use. I asked my husband to get me one, and he did. I told him I wanted one that works with battery so I didn't have to worry about any cords or cables, but he got one that requires being plugged in, and I just did not feel like plugging it in and trying to drag along a long cable. So I just got my rake and decided to do it the old-fashioned way. All right, guys, I've got those planted in. I will show you what they look like, but I also forgot that I have an herb that I want to get planted. It's called a toothache plant. It helps with pains. It's also an antiseptic. I do like to plant different kinds of herbs like that throughout the garden here and there. So I'm going to get that planted as well. I almost forgot about that. So luckily I happened to glance over and see it. But for now, let me show you the Angelonias that I've got planted here. Okay. This side has 3. It's just a little bit longer of a space than the other side. And this side, I have 2. There's a total of 5 Angelonias that will be here. So that's that. So now let's come over. This is what else I do want to get in the ground. Like I said, it is called a toothache plant. And let me take the tag out so we can read it. All right, so it is called Spillanthus, and it's a toothache plant here. And let me read the back. Spillanthus oleracea, and it is a tender perennial herb that has small gumdrop shaped flowers that are golden yellow with a rich red eye, and you can pinch the tip to encourage branching. And basically, if you have a toothache, it is historically used for that. You can take off a leaf and rub it on your gum and it will numb it temporarily. So I like neat little herbs and things like that that have healing properties. So I have stuff like that kind of mixed throughout the garden, mixed in with my flowers. Even though I don't highlight them that much, they are in here somewhere. So yeah, they're throughout the garden. I just don't typically highlight them, but we're gonna get that planted. And behind it are these pink roses that are looking gorgeous. Let's turn around and take a look at those. Okay, guys. And this one, which has multiple blooms. These are so pretty. All right, so let me get this herb in the ground, and then I'll take a look and see if there's anything else that I forgot that I needed to do. If not, that will be it for this video, but let's get the herb planted first. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. Thank you for gardening with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.